All right. Hello, everybody.
Yo, what's up, everyone? How
Brother,
we doing?
I'm sorry for the delay, my brother. So many things we're working
Yeah,
on.
no
so
worries.
So many additions to the show that we're testing out, Ooh, yes. Chat, let us know. I'll probably have to say this during the show too.
Let us know how it looks.
How it looks, how the volume levels sound. Because we're testing out a bunch of things like this. Ooh.
Yeah, ooh.
This.
New stuff.
Oh.
Whoa.
So we're testing this. Like new cameras out. We're testing out microphones. Well, my microphone. We're making sure everything's good on today's episode. Oh, see, dude, I went super pale, and now I'm in full color again. So we're making things.
We're doing a Wizard of Oz special where it's like all black and white and then color.
We're testing things out as we go along. Hopefully today sounds good, so we'll test that out. I think the notifications went up on the Discord that we're live, so that's good. Double checking everything. Okay, give me 2 shakes, Sensei. But feel free to talk to everyone at home.
Yes, everybody, welcome in. Hello, hi. I will be talking to you as Harold is doing what he got to do. But we want to hear you guys. Let us know if the desert. It's supposed to be Tatooine, so let us know if you feel like you're on the planet. If it's a little hot, especially if those are watching from the PH. I'm not sure if the weather is hot there right now, but it should be. I think there's the hotter months. Yeah, I know towards the end of August, July is when it gets a little more wet and monsoony. As I've been there before. But yes, welcome in everybody. It has been a long time. Aside from the changes you guys can see on the background, my camera is also brand new. I did the wifey, the Mama Sensei lovely donated her camera to the stream. Let me use it, or should I say I stole it? But yes, it's great. It's fantastic. I love it. Of course, let us know too. I know Harold also has his new camera. If there's if I'm too dark, I'll go brighter. If something is going on, just let us know. But today, as you guys can see in the title, we are talking about Boba Fett and Spider-Man. We're gonna be leading off with Spider-Man, and so that's gonna be a lot of fun to discuss and get going. I'm totally excited. We've been wanting to talk about it for such a long time, and it's hard, especially me and Harold. We wanna talk about it right away, right? But right now we gotta save it for the show. Save everything, all our thoughts and feelings for the show. So I'm happy that we're able to get on here with you guys and discuss and hear everyone's thoughts too. I want to know how everyone else felt about it. So obviously, if you haven't seen it, you might want to avert your ears, but it may be a while before we get into it. Of course, we get to know each other kind of thing and catch up for the chat as well. We'd love to hear what's been going on with you guys as well. So please let us know how your guys' days have been. How's your week going? What's going on? What are we all doing for Valentine's Day? For those who don't have Valentine's Day, I mean, maybe we can get something going. Maybe do like a stream for those who are just alone on Valentine's Day. That'd be kind of nice. But let us know. We would love to hear it. Other than that, what things have you all been watching? I myself have recently. I'm sure I'm going to repeat this when Harold asked me, but I finally caught up with Attack on Titan. And when I say caught up, I should say the wifey watched the whole thing and kind of told me what happened. But nonetheless, I'm caught up. I'm very excited. It is insane. And that intro for Attack on Titan has been in my head for so long. I can't stop singing that song. The Roman. It's so good. So I hope if we have any Attack on Titan fans, I would love to hear everyone's thoughts. I actually, for the Otaku Cast guys, we also have some things coming out. I'm trying this new thing with our YouTube short, so you guys might see that soon. Mainly focusing on One Piece. But me and Harold have been talking. We definitely want to do stuff with like other animes, My Hero, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan. All these things coming out would be a lot of fun to just kind of also delve into that. So please let us know as well if you guys have any ideas for that. But yeah, hope everybody's good afternoon for those in the PH. what time is it now? I think it's about, let me get my clock here. I'm gonna probably butcher the hell out of this time, but 9. It's like 1:43 in the afternoon right now. So yeah, good afternoon. What did everybody have for lunch? What did we eat for breakfast? Let Sensei know I'm all about food, baby. It's evening for me though. I'm on the West Coast and it is 9:44 in the evening. So a good evening and welcome in. If this is your first time, guys, we are a podcast, as you can see. Quit stalling. This in particular is the Geekcast, but we have a lot of other different type of shows too. We have the Game Bite, which has also been on break for a bit, but I believe Harold will have to confirm this when he comes back. It's coming back very soon, and I might make an appearance on there because Sensei Games too. So we might be doing that. Game Bite, also the Otaku Cast, which has also been a long time since we had a show for the Otaku Cast, but I definitely want to get back to that. I want to do more anime stuff. I'm trying to think of ideas to kind of do short stuff about all anime because currently I've been focusing on One Piece, but definitely want to just do different types of animes and just try to like do something short and also like sweet. You know what I mean? So Sensei's got to kind of brainstorm a little bit. I'm not like that creative. I feel like Harold takes the creative aspects to a whole new level other than me. I'll sometimes think of something and he'll like just make it extremely bigger, right? Hopefully in more ways than one. No, I'm just kidding. No one clip that, please. That was really bad. But yes, we're very excited to be back. And we and Harold talk on and offline, but it's a lot different, man, when you haven't talked to each other like face to face, and especially with all this nerdy stuff coming out, man. It's I can't wait. I'm sure you guys are excited too. And oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun today.
Oh man, you're not having too much fun without me, are you?
Oh, that's just a little bit. I did say something kind of sus about you, but I don't know if someone will clip that. I did say was talking about creative stuff and how I'm not too good with that stuff. And I felt like Harold is a little better. He tends to make things like I'll say something and he'll make it like way bigger. And I said hopefully in more ways than one.
Oh my God.
And I was like, wait, no one heard that.
Oh, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to keep our PG rating.
We're
here.
a Christian channel. Yeah.
Sir, this is a Christian Minecraft server.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Oh man. But yes, not too much fun.
All right. I'm going back and forth here. I'm trying to focus on the other camera real quick.
Oh yeah.
It's not working. I am so out of focus.
Maybe. Oh, yeah. There you go. Kind of fixed it there. Yeah, they go slowly. There it is. For those who are watching, this is how Harold's natural habitat is. Oh, there you go. We got it.
All right. Okay.
Figuring it out. That's how you do it now. That's how you do it. That's how we catch Harold in his natural habitat.
I'll show everyone what it looks like. See, this is what we're trying to work with here.
Yeah. There we go. Yes. We did it. We cracked the code.
Okay. So today, we're talking Mando. Oh, sorry. We're talking Boba. Sorry. Well, talking about Mandalorians. Talking about Boba. Not the milk tea. We're talking about Spider-Man No Way Home, which blew my mind.
So crazy.
We also have trailers that came out. A lot of geek stuff.
A lot of that.
But mostly, I think we'll be spending a lot of time on Spider-Man and Boba because, oh my gosh, really good.
100%. Yeah, it's so much to talk about. And I was definitely saying, it's so good to do this because, especially with me and you, when we watch things like this, we just want to say so much, but we gotta wait. You gotta hone it in.
Like you've waited for longer than I have.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. Yeah, I watched No Way Home in December 14th exactly.
Oh
so gosh. a long time.
Dude, it is. It's been 3 months. Well, December, January. It's been 2 months.
Yeah, it's been 2 months. Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been a little over a month for me. So
hopefully, all you people out there don't do spoilers too. That's how you do it, right there.
Yes. Oh my God, dude, so many spoilers in December.
I know.
It's terrible.
Dude, and the sad thing is, there are even stuff like questionable for me from IGN, And I'm just like, man, why are you guys? I mean, I get it. Like, they weren't like really spoiling, but in a way they were. And I guess we can kind of go into that a little later. But I was like, come on, guys, like just let people go watch it. Like,
right. Like you get those huge thumbnails. What does the Spider-Man No Way Home ending mean for the rest of the Sony? Like, what?
Yeah, the one. I'll mention it when we get into it.
Okay.
It's just that way. It's with everything.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just like, come on, guys, spoilers, you guys. We're in a good age now, you guys. We can be good.
Yeah.
Hey, don't be naughty. Don't be naughty.
Don't be.
Be a good guy. Be a good guy.
Yes. Be a good guy. Be a good.
Kind of like Tom. Like I know he's hard at. I know he's bad at like containing spoilers. But oh, it's adorable though. Honestly, it really is. He's just like. Like I think somebody like if you've watched the movie, they've watched him, and I think it was him, Zendaya, and the actor who plays Ned. And I'm forgetting his name, but
Jacob something.
Yeah, Jacob, and they were all watching, and they kind of focus on Tom, like saying, like murmuring something, like what? Yeah. So you're like, oh, Tom, and then you watch the movie, like, oh, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah. I remember that interview too, because they were like, wouldn't it be great to share the screen with Tobey Maguire?
I love he always like looks at Zendaya like, hey, babe, help me out here.
Like his eyes are just screaming, how?
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, it's adorable though. It really is.
Oh man. Okay, so let's get into it, Derek. Let's not delay anymore.
Let's get into it, indeed.
All right, here we go. Here
we go.
Let me turn off the bed music first. Head into this, and then here we go. 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everybody, to the Kutztown Geekcast. I've missed this. I am your host. I am Harold Silvestro, welcoming you to the Kutztown Media Studio. You're gonna see some changes, or you're gonna hear some changes as well. For those of you listening to the podcast, audio only, and hopefully they're to your liking. And I'm doing this show, and I never do it alone. So with me today is my co-host from the far, far west. Ladies and gentlemen, the man known to his grasshoppers as the sensei of humor. Hello, Derek O'Brien.
Yo, Konichi, what is up, everybody? Hello, welcome. It has been so long, and I'm so excited to be back on the show. You know, I surely don't sound as good as Harold, but we try, you know? It's not a sure thing. And if you guys who aren't listening don't get what I'm saying, he has the Shure mic.
I've upgraded. For those of you looking at the video feed, I have it's upgraded.
Like you're in our soul now. I can feel it. It feels great. I love it. Not that you didn't sound sexy already, but damn. It's just like...
You too kind. You
skyrocketed.
You too nice. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we're testing out some things like we said in the pre-show for the 6 people that were watching the pre-show. We're testing out some new things. So new cameras for me and Derek. That really show the acne. And
everything now. I know. It's like
my glasses.
I hear you, man. Every time I'm like, okay, do I need to like clean my glasses? Like, are they gonna see? Do I have like food crumbs on my beard? Should I shave? You know, it's like, I don't know,
dude.
I don't know what I should do.
Your camera, again, sorry for the people who are listening, but your camera, dude, looks so good. Like your lighting has always been great.
A lot of work, to get it this way. When I first, dude, even when I got my desk for Christmas, it was a challenge, man. I mean, obviously, I don't think it's as difficult as IKEA, but it was definitely tough. And then you gotta find the position where you want the camera.
Yeah.
Then you gotta find the light. Then you gotta find the sweet spot. They're like, okay, well, now I have to put my lights in the back. So, but shout out to you for the Cam Link, man.
Oh, dude,
that thing. works wonders. And if anyone's wondering, you know, I would say just save the hassle and go with the cam link. It's just so much easier, you know.
Yeah, so we're using SLR cameras right now. So ones that we just had lying around the house. You know, we didn't.
Right.
We're trying to upcycle our stuff. And
yeah.
They're working like charms, you know.
They are.
Shout out to the people like the YouTubers like Alpha Gaming and Nutty. You know, those guys who really recommend, you know, like looking for stuff that you have lying around. I know not everyone just has like a nice camera lying around. You know.
I know.
You'd
be surprised too, like just how good your phone can be for just like streaming. You know what I mean? Like I was like, wow.
Dude, so, I realized one day that like my phone just had like such a much better resolution than even my SLR camera. So I started taking video, like the videos that we're putting up on the socials soon. Like those are like your puns, my SFX stuff. Those are mostly shot with our phones.
Yeah.
So you guys should just look around the house.
Yeah, guys, look. You never know. You know, you might got maybe a family member that has a camera they haven't used in ages, and it's like, hey, you know, let me can I borrow that?
Like friends, family members, like, you know, ask around. You know, like, oh, does anyone have an SLR that's just lying around? Like, it'll change a lot of things. So it's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Exactly.
Derek, you mentioned IKEA earlier, and I know a webcam isn't the only thing I sort of inspired you to get.
Yes.
And you've been using this on stream.
I do.
So you got a standing desk now?
I do. I don't got the crank action like Mr. Harold does, but I mean, I wouldn't have minded the crank one. You know, it's another workout in itself, but luckily and feel so blessed to have it. I got the one with the button. You just kind of preset your height and just push it and it goes up, goes down. Very awesome. Yeah. I feel like I kind of like low key feel like Iron Man a little bit, but you know, maybe I should do something like, hey Jarvis, like just play a sound like yes, Sensei. That'd be pretty sick, right? Make my desk, I don't know, go up or something. I'm not as cool as Tony.
So. Dude, yeah, let's theme them, man. Like, if there's like a new movie coming out, you know.
Oh,
like, you can just be like, Alfred, could you raise the table?
Raise the table, Alfred.
And you just hear me like, yes, Master Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, and it goes up, and so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I love it. It's good for what I really want to. You know, I just don't like to sit as long, or especially what happens a lot is I'll try to eat dinner before stream so I don't get hungry.
Yeah.
And you know, when people get hungry, sometimes they lose focus a little bit. So I try to eat before, and it's nice to start the stream standing up.
Yeah.
And then I can just sit down. So thank you for that as well.
Oh,
Harold has inspired me in many ways, chat.
And so
just letting y'all know.
If you think me and Derek like me and Sensei moved around a lot before, now you're just gonna see us like go off.
I know, we're just gonna be like moving around like all the time now.
In and out of focus.
Right.
Oh,
yeah, that's the other thing with these cameras is the focus.
Yeah. So it's been a while since we've been able to do the Geekcast, and it's because we both got sick after the holidays, and thankfully we're up and about now.
We're good.
We've been checking up on each other the past few weeks and making sure that everything's okay. So I'm glad you're doing good. You're looking
same,
healthy. Man. I shaved like 10 pounds off, and then I gained like a little bit of it back recently.
It's that like sickness, man, because you like, you know, you kind of like, damn, I didn't eat a lot, but then you're like, damn, I miss food.
Yeah.
So I gotta get it back. You know, I can't. Yeah. So you just gotta go crazy. Yeah. A little celebration for getting better.
Yeah, and like sometimes when you get sick, like you said, you lose the appetite, and that's all you can think about is like I gotta get to sleep. I gotta just keep my mind off things. So yeah, oh man, that first taste of Chinese beef, you know when.
Oh yes, so I know what you mean. I just had some dim sum yesterday, so. Ugh, so good.
Dim sum was my first meal. I think, if I recall correctly, out of from recovery. I had a.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had some dim sum myself. You know.
Can never go wrong with dim sum, man.
Yeah, there's so many.
It's just something else.
Yeah, there's so many choices too. You got shawmai, you got your shark fin, the hakkaos, You know?
Yes, dude. Yes.
There's a lot. Oh man,
It's so good.
Okay, Derek, like we mentioned earlier, we're talking about the Spider-Mans, with plural.
Yes.
So spoiler alerts today, guys. All right, we're talking about No Way Home. We're talking about all 7 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett.
Yep.
And we're gonna sprinkle in some trailers that have come out recently, like the Jurassic World Dominion trailer. DC just launched a trailer that has new scenes from Black Adam and
Yeah.
the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson.
All Pats.
It's looking good.
Our bats now.
Our bats. Our bats. I'm into our bats.
Right?
Yeah. Oh man, Ben Affleck still looks scarred until this day from
yeah, sadly. I still love them though. I really loved Ben Affleck as Batman, man.
I think that's one thing we really had in common was like how surprised we were that he did so well as Batman.
Right.
Because like there was so much hate, and you couldn't ignore how Batman has been treated outside of the Nolan film. So yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then we might. I really want to talk about Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight. Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight is looking fire.
It's a treat as well. I can't wait, dude. There's just so much stuff, man. It's like there always is, but I just lately it just feels like it's overload, and I love it.
So good. That and like you and I have been playing Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yes.
There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do right now.
More hook chat.
Not enough time.
Not enough time indeed.
All right, Derek. I think we should dive right into the spot. Sorry. I still, see, that's the thing. I still have a little bit of it, and I'm feeling it out.
Yeah, definitely. I hear you, man.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Spider-Mans.
Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, spoiler alert! One more time. We're gonna be talking deep, and in detail about Spider-Man No Way Home. So if you haven't seen it yet, and even if you
this is your warning.
Yeah, even if you think spoilers are gonna be no problem, we're telling you right now. Just watch it when you can. Don't hurry. You can always come back to this episode. We'll have clips go up on the socials, so you're not missing out. Just come back in 15, 20, 35 minutes,
You'll be missing out if you don't watch it. That's all we're going to say.
Yes. Not many shows, Derek.
Yeah.
Not many shows would tell you look away.
Right?
But we're considerate. We're a different
considerate.
breed. We're a different breed.
This is your warning, your final warning. Avert the ears and the eyes if you're watching.
That's right. Let me halt things. There we go. Derek, this section of the Good Song Geekcast is brought to the fine folks at home by Panels Comic Book Coffee Bar. Ladies and gents, if you have not yet, check out Panels Comic Book Coffee Bar, maybe even on your socials. All right, at Panels Coffee on Instagram and on Facebook. And if you live in the California side of the world, maybe somewhere in the West Coast, like Seattle, Washington, check out Panels Comic Book Coffee Bar at 713 Mission Avenue, Suite A, Oceanside, California. When you have time, or you could head on over to one of our favorite websites, Derek. Where is that?
Yes, you guys can head over to leagueofcomicgeeks.com. Once again, for the audio listeners, that is leagueofcomicgeeks.com, and I'm going to go ahead and paste that into the chat for you guys so that you can also see it. But guys, it's a super awesome website. Super user-friendly. If you're just like me, just like to stay at home, get your coffee, just like to order your comics online, this is the perfect website to do so. You make an account, you pick your comic store that's local to you. You don't even have to. You can do what I did. I have Panels Comic Book Coffee Bar as my store, and they send up issues one at a time. As a group, you choose. That's the beautiful part of it. Get on there, start pulling your comics. It's an amazing website, guys. And again, that is leagueofcomicgeeks.com. Get over there now, baby.
That's right. Shout out to Lachelle, Aris, and Tio.
Yes.
And everyone working hard over there at Panels.
I miss you guys.
Miss you guys. You guys are awesome.
Hope you guys are doing good. Yes.
That's right. Derek, Sensei,
Mr.
Humor.
Yes. Is it time?
Ah, let's do it.
Yes.
Let's freaking do this, buddy. Oh my gosh. I am just hearing music that sounds copyright free. That sounds like the Spider-Man music. Is getting
yeah, see, I throw that in there.
I'm getting effed up, dude.
Because I know, man.
What
I hear you, dude.
Earth was this movie?
Dude, man, you guys, I don't know. Is this bold? Is it bold to say? Maybe the best Marvel movie?
Oh
like, I don't know.
It's
bold, but it's kind of not. Like, you guys, it's just, I mean, let's be real. It is fan service, but that's why it's so good.
That's right.
It's everything you could have asked for, honestly, in a movie. Yeah. You had the action. You had the nostalgia, literally. You had the sadness, and you had like the serious parts, the fun, dude. And it's hard for me to nitpick things, or I mean, it's not hard for me to nitpick something, but here it is a little tough because I enjoyed it so much that like I watched it 3 times. Just if that doesn't say it alone, how great the feeling is when you watch it. And you guys, I'm telling you, this movie was, man, and you know. I said on the show a couple of times to Harold, I don't know how these newer movies are going to live up to like Infinity War. And I'll tell you right now, Spider-Man No Way Home did an amazing job at that first step in proving me wrong. Because damn. Yeah, see, Harold's even got the tumbler, guys. But yeah, Harold.
All the way from America.
Yes, all the way from America. What were your thoughts, man, after watching it? Stepping out of that theater, man, like, man, I was in shock, man. Like, honestly, I like that there's stuff at the end of Marvel movies because I was in my seat, like, just sitting there, like, God damn. Now, you guys know that scene in, I think it's Big Bang Theory when they watch the Star Wars movie or a movie and they were just, like, so happy sitting there. You have the smiles on their faces and they're just sitting there like, man, that was great. That's how I was.
Yes.
After it. Right?
Absolutely, yes. All right, I'm out of focus right now. I'm trying to get back in focus, but
there you go.
No, dude, like,
yeah,
for real, you know, okay, my theater was kind of quiet. I'm not 100% sure why, because my mind was blown the whole time. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Derek, it was amazing to see every scene unfold. Yeah. You're amazing. Say it.
Right.
You're amazing. No, dude, I 1000% agree. You know, well, not okay. It is a hot take. It is a super hot take to call it the best Marvel film because we still have films like Endgame. You know, we still have films like Endgame. That we're still trying to get into focus. we have films like Endgame that, you know, just broke ground in terms of what a comic book crossover movie could be, and you know, this I felt like Endgame flew so this could sprint or like get in a car and just drive off because boy, it opened up our minds. Like Endgame opened up our minds on what a comic book movie in the biggest sense could be, and I feel like that really opened up the door for this because without films like Endgame, the original Avengers, even, you know, and the box office success of all the films that have come before it, I don't think we'd get this at all, and I don't think anyone's doubting that. You know, I don't think that's a hot take or anything.
And I think in the comic perspective of it, right? Like this was the perfect movie to first do this with, right? Like the Spider-Verse has always been the crazy universe, like where stuff happens, people come in and out of. And so for me, the fact that it was in this movie first, where you get different Spider-Man, you know, from other universes pulled in, it was just perfect, man. Like I wouldn't have had it the other way.
I don't mean to be that guy, but I think Into the Spider-Verse also laid down some
That's
heavy
true.
ground. Yeah.
That's true, but even
now
more
that I think
so
about
that
it.
Spider-Man itself is just that's the perfect movie, or just the Spider-Man itself is just the perfect way to start that, right? Like
Yes.
it would be kind of weird if it wasn't Spider-Man, and the way they did it in this movie was just oof.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
Man.
You know,
Yeah,
you
it really
didn't
was.
need the explanation of, oh, why did these Spider-Men look different? Oh, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
I grew up with these guys, and
Right.
you know, it was great to see. In terms of characters and in terms of the narrative, it was so amazing. I'm just gonna keep saying it was so spectacular. It was so friendly neighborhood to see different iterations of someone selfless and someone so wholesome as Peter Parker, and all his different renditions on screen at the same time, and
Right.
it was amazing to be able to really take in that these people are, while different, good guys. You know, these are selfless people who've done so many things for so many different people that would never know who they are, and it was cool to see in a world where comic book heroes and anti-heroes are becoming more gray and more neutral, or they're getting a lot edgier with you know, from Marvel's own catalog. You have Moon Knight, and we've had Daredevil on the Netflix series, and the Punisher. Outside of the catalog, you have characters like Superman who killed Zod. You have The Boys on Amazon.
Right.
So it's nice to see that you can have high stakes hero action with a hero that doesn't kill. You know,
Yeah.
which is, it's always been like the core of a lot of comic book characters, but sometimes you really have to suspend your disbelief on, man, just end this bad guy's, you know, time here on Earth, because
Yeah.
sure, you have that conundrum of when you kill a killer, you still have the same amount of killers in the world. You have that conundrum, but at the same time, you're also sort of saving a lot of lives by preventing more mass murders, you know. So
Yeah.
and that the fact that Spider-Man, or these Spider-Men, have come together in one story to really hammer home the fact that, yeah, you know, there's a world where we don't have to be as black and white, in terms of, you could lean a little towards the white in terms of, I don't want to kill this guy. Maybe there's a path of redemption. It's nice to see. It's refreshing to see, because
Yeah.
you know,
100%.
things are, yeah, we've talked about this. Things are getting darker in our real world. So it's nice to see examples of, sometimes you just got to be stubborn in the sense of you want to do good, because there's a lot of people who are stubborn and you know, in the sense of they want to do bad. So it's amazing, and there should be a counter. We should have a counter on screen every time I say amazing.
Yeah, I think we're not going to say it enough, honestly. Like, I think that, honestly, like, especially what you were mentioning with the dark, how movies nowadays, I feel like they do it so well, especially Marvel, exceptionally, I would think, that they're able to bring something so dark into a story, but also still have that, you know, superhero good side, and there's always another way type thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, yeah, I definitely, they're doing it so well, and that's what I love. That's what I really love.
Yeah, because Derek, you know, we've had brief discussions about this on the show as well. You know, we grew up with our morals tied to these types of heroes, specifically Spider-Man with his '90s cartoon, right? Like,
right.
We were taught. We had the privilege of being taught that there's always a nicer or better or good path to take.
Yeah.
We were taught this in Star Wars, where sometimes you just got to be bullish about, you know, being the good guy, or taking the good route. And you know, that's exactly what Peter, MCU Peter, does in this film. You know, so many people are telling him, especially Doctor Strange, you know, like there's no saving these people. There's a reason why. Dr. Octopus and Norman Osborn and all these people have fallen here, and it's because there's no redeeming them. And you know, just looking at things from a different perspective, I think, is one of the messages of the movie. You know, I like that. I like that you can solve a problem that looks unsolvable. You know,
you're right.
And have a scenario where everyone wins. I really like that.
Yeah, and just to kind of add on to that too, I'm gonna kind of go on a not really a tangent here, but something I noticed about the film and Spider-Man as Tom Holland in particular. But definitely want to go to the chat real quick. BMO was asking when the Blu-ray release is coming out because they need the bonus content and the deleted scenes.
There's a ton. They released the list. There's gonna be a ton of deleted scenes.
Yes, I want to see all of the freaking Andrew, Toby, Tom. Bring them all on, please. I'd love to see some more. And we got Durs here. I love Durs. What's up, man? How you doing? He says. And for that, I'm not the biggest fan of Batman. Like off the Joker and save hundreds of people. Right. I choose the third option. right. He says. But yeah, kind of going back to what Harold was saying. Something I noticed, and I'm going to kind of say it like this. I know a lot of people, not including myself, because I love Tom Holland, didn't really appreciate him in the first two movies.
Okay.
And I get why, because I kind of heard this from someone else, and it made sense. You know, in the first movie, he was kind of, you know, a kid, a really kid. He's relying on Tony a lot, right? To do things for him. Tony made him the suit. Tony did all this stuff. And the second one, he still was kind of finding his identity a little bit, right? He lost Tony. He didn't get to really do everything. It's his first time alone, so he's kind of not sure where he is. But in the third movie, he kind of finds it all by the help of other Spider-Man. And what I like about that is because versus the other two Spider-Man movies, where they're literally thrust into being Spider-Man in one movie from the beginning. You have Toby losing Uncle Ben at the beginning, Andrew loses Uncle Ben as well, and they're immediately thrust into being Spider-Man, whereas Tom's Spider-Man had 3 whole movies to shape his origin story, right? And I think Marvel did that so well that and a lot of people I would see who had that opinion of Tom, like, I don't like the Spider-Man, seeing this third movie immediately 360'd. Like, okay, Marvel, I see what you did there. You took these 3 as his whole origin story, right? And kind of highlights at the end. He has his own suit. It's his own thing. He's his own person now. You know what I mean? And I thought that was so amazing, pun intended.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's just like you get, and I love that because obviously we talk about all the time how we love like the shows that Marvel does, and how it's able to extend the origin story of one person. And in this case, it was like 3 movies, right?
Yeah.
And I love that because if you think about it, you know, he's had Tony there for him all the time. The second one, he was kind of by himself, but he could still always turn to somebody. And here he kind of figures it out, you know, and with the help of Andrew and Tom or Toby, which was the greatest, man. And I gotta say, man, if it amounts to anything, I feel like good writing could definitely push a character, right? Like, I remember how much hate Andrew Garfield used to get for being Spider-Man.
My God.
But man, he's like the best one here almost. Like, he was so lovable. And it was just
great. Oh,
dude, you guys, it's amazing. God damn it. It's so great how they work together so well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you get scenes, man, Derek, where Andrew Garfield says, "I always wanted brothers," and it's it's a line that you don't expect, right? Like, you know, you have your playbook of good Hollywood dialogue that a lot of movies tend to maybe not use, but you know, stay parallel to. Yeah, and I like those lines. Like, I always wanted brothers, and he holds their shoulders and looks at them and says, "I love you guys." Like,
I know, I love you guys. Like, damn,
because you can get the fan servicey let's get every one of the Justice League in one shot, and they walk towards Darkseid. It's easy for them to just be like, let's cash in, let's just
Right.
have them all in one scene. But good writing, good improvisation, and good casting, and good direction, and all that, really makes the difference of this is such a memorable movie versus.
Yeah. Amen.
Derek, I know you love. Okay, I'm not one to punch down to elevate another thing, and I've
Right.
done that with the Justice League, unfortunately, and I can't help but compare it also to Venom. Venom. There's so much potential with the character, and
Yes.
you get Tom Hardy. Tom freaking Hardy, one of the most
Brilliant actors.
Yeah,
honestly,
he has so much depth to him, and he's kind of he's written as one note, right? He's
perfectly said.
yeah, but the thing is, the Marvel Cinematic Universe does this where you and I say to each other, and if they can get Eddie Brock on an MCU film, that is something we actually say,
Right.
because we know the caliber of writing and how they managed to elevate all these characters, and which leads me to circle back to your point of Andrew Garfield. Oh my gosh, everyone is just on the internet that I've seen is just like, this guy is so good as Spider-Man. It's like, yes, he was and you could tell that he really loves the character, because like us and like Tom Holland, he grew up loving Spider-Man. So
correct.
It really gets to shine here, and talking about the story of the actual movie, man, he gets his redemption.
Oh,
spoiler! Why are you still here if you're getting spoiled by this? Get out! All right, we're talking spoilers, dude. He finally gets his redemption. And they do it so well, where he tells Spider-Man, he tells Peter 3 that he's Peter. Tom Holland's Peter 3, right? Is Tom Holland's Peter 3? Well, he tells Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Peter 3. Yeah. Peter 3. I remember that. I'm Peter 3.
he gets to tell him, like, that's my biggest regret, and I started, going all in on I stopped pulling my punches. They set it up,
I want to know that too. I'm curious about this route that they both went through, because obviously the movie was implying them two. It was much later from when their villains came in, right?
Yeah.
So that's very. I'm curious, but Marvel does that.
Yeah. So they set it up, right? They don't just give us the scene where he rescues MJ, because boy, is that a turning point in the fight, and
that hit me hard, man.
Right. And
dude, Andrew's so good.
It's a huge narrative beat, and they don't just do that. They don't just wink at the audience and say, hey, remember that one movie with Andrew Garfield, and he couldn't save Gwen, and now he's making up for it. They don't just wink at you like that. They actually set it up and give a platform for Tobey Maguire's Peter and Andrew Garfield's Peter to grieve, to let out the air and be like, this is kind of what we went through. We understand what you're going through, Peter. So they wrap a lot of narrative in one conversation. They have the Uncle Ben conversation. They have the Aunt May conversation. They have these are our mistakes, all in one talk. And then it sets up an epic scene for Andrew Garfield's Peter specifically, where he manages to get closure for his arc of, I wasn't able to save the love of my life, and that's always haunted me. And he manages to do that for his brother, the other Peter.
Yeah.
Just him checking on Zendaya and saying, are you okay? Are you okay? And then her asking him if he's okay, because he's on the verge.
He's falling, dude.
He's on the verge of breaking down.
It was sad, dude. I had the opposite experience. My theater was very reactive, and I love that. Like, at the right parts, right? They weren't like obnoxious. Like, obviously when Ned was first doing the portal, and you saw the eyes, you knew that was Andrew from afar, because you're like, oh my god, those are That's Andrew Spider-Man right there. And
Yeah.
everyone had the oh my god, you hear the murmurs. Then he came out. Everyone's like, ah. It's the same thing when he did the MJ save, and he teared up. Everyone had that kind of like, oh, like, damn, like, dude. Even me, man, that hits me every time I see it, and it's because Andrew is so good at portraying that emotion of just like, I did it this time. Like, I've saved someone's MJ at least.
Yeah.
Right. This scene right here, perfect. Yeah, and man, it's. Dude, and Andrew, like I said, everyone in the movie, brilliant actors. But man, it's just it's a good homage to his movies too. See that how long has it been, right? Since he shot that movie, and he's able to freaking just come back and bring all of that emotion into this movie, despite how long it's been and him being Spider-Man. Man, like, Jesus, get this man a third movie, please.
Oh man,
I'm sure the people have spoken for that too.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Jesus, Derek, youth pastor Spider-Man Tobey Maguire making a grand entrance in the film. Man, like, I didn't think it'd hit me that hard. Like, on some level, I knew it was coming because we already saw Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Of course,
I think it's for everybody,
right? And then just seeing him also literally step back into the role of Peter Parker and his version, like, these guys are all Peter Parker and they do them all so differently but also well, and you can see it tied in. Like, it's amazing. Ah, my God, I keep saying it. But that's the feeling you get, right? Because, you and I grew up with Tobey as Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
And they had the scenes where it's like, oh, I have organic web shooters and all that stuff.
Dude, that was so good, man. Like, what? It comes out of you? Like, how? Like, asking all the questions we all would ask, right?
Does it come out anywhere else? Like, all those ridiculous lines that just add to the, nostalgia, but also it just adds to the fact that this is not a soulless machine pumping out something for you to consume. There's heart into it,
right? Yeah,
and you get that because of those interactions that they've had or they have with each other. It's storytelling that you can't just do. Using Justice League again, you can't just do all in one film. It's something that was earned, but also very well captured, because in the same sense that you can't just do it all in one film, you have to find the way to get to that scene, right? Because it's so easy to not have them talking to each other.
Right, it's so easy to shove it down your throat. And
yes.
Right, if you're not being careful, it could be portrayed differently. Yes, and I know it's sad to use the Justice League as a
I hate doing
argument to that, but honestly, it's the closest thing we can say. But yeah, man, dude, they did it so well. It was really well written, and like I said, I know a lot of people will say, it's just fan service movie, but still, man, like the way they, like you were saying, the way it was written out, the way they put in the story, despite how different those two Spider-Man movies were, for them to integrate it so like well into this movie and the world, insane, and just great. So props to everybody, obviously, on the Marvel team. But man, I feel like we gotta talk about Willem Dafoe, man.
Oh,
like,
my
Jesus.
Lord,
master class. Willem did also not leave like the role behind, right? Like, geez, man. If anything, he came back tenfold.
Like, they were able to give a depth that, they were trying to get with the Raimi films, and on some level they achieved. But I think we're also at a point in time where it's easier to portray, or not easier, it's a poor choice of words. It's more understandable to portray something like multiple personality disorder. More people will understand it. That's a better way of putting it. Instead of just, he's got voices in his head. He's insane. there's a lot more depth in our understanding as a world culture now for mental health, and I think that allows them also to not just write, but also allows Willem Dafoe to act it out better, to really portray like, oh, this dude is not just a one-dimensional villain that, he's not just Jekyll and Hyde, haha, oh, he's the bad guy now, oh, no, he's back to being good. Like, he's able to add those layers.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we've never seen Norman sympathetic. There's always been an agenda to his evil, right? There's always been like a comic book villain hilarity to how bad he is. But now we actually get the, oh my gosh, did I do that? Or there's someone in my, there's a different part of me. He gets to do all of that. And because he's such a good actor, it makes you feel for the guy.
Yeah, man. It's definitely, he did that so well. Especially right? What you said, yeah.
Like, do you blame Norman for killing Aunt May, or can you separate the goblin persona that's always, eating away at
over him, right?
Like that's just how good the acting and the writing is, man. This guy. Oh my gosh. I also want to give props to Alfred Molina, who.
Oh, dude, yeah, of course. Like I said too, just everybody in this film, like, and I don't want this kind of me to say I love Jamie Foxx here versus his counterpart in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but like they all did so good, man. And God, it was just the acting was top tier, story was great. They all flow really well together too, and I think that's, especially in a movie like of this proportion. Obviously, you have the Avengers and Endgame too, but all these great actors and stuff, and for that to just flow so well.
Yeah.
And how it was just well done was chef's kiss, honestly.
It was super cool to see the balance of, they had like 5 villains to deal with.
Yeah, right.
And
they balanced it well.
Yeah. You of course you have Sandman, who is less of a player than, Green Goblin. Duh. Green Goblin's the big bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're able to get Otto Octavius, who is, who had the potential to not just be the one-dimensional villain. All these guys, on some level, were given justice, or at least were able to be fleshed out more so that you can understand their characters better. Jamie Foxx is still hilarious with how, like, how did you get from being Max to Electro? They still play at that, and
yeah, they point it out, which is good.
Yeah, and it's played off well because Jamie Foxx gets to be Jamie Foxx, and that's his best. That's him at his best in front of the camera, is when he can be Jamie Foxx.
By the way, favorite line. He's like, "Y'all gonna stand here and act like I ain't standing here naked?" I'm like, like I was thinking the same thing. Like, is he really talking to these guys naked? It's just so funny, man.
Yes. Yeah, all the chemistry, as great as Zendaya, I think it is Zendaya.
Yes.
And Jacob Batalon are, and
Filipino representation though, that was amazing too, right?
That's actually where I'm getting at. That's actually where I'm getting at. As great as they were, I think Lola outshined the both of them in this movie.
Damn it! Just imagine if you said that. It was so funny.
It was her scenes were funny, and cementing that Jacob is Filipino and all that. Like,
I gotta say, going to the Philippines, like, obviously learning the language, I'm so happy I didn't have to like ask like Chloe or like my mom, maybe, what did she say? I understood every word she said, and like Ned just gave like a brief summary of what she said, right?
Yeah,
but, like,
it's adorable.
Like, oh damn, this is so adorable. It's amazing, but that's pretty cool, man. And even was it Andrew that said sorry, Lola, or was it Toby? I can't remember.
It was so adorable.
Yeah, no, he's like, sorry, Lola. I'm like, oh man, this guy.
Because they just started shooting webs at each other. That was another hilarious scene between the Spider-Men. That it was just Toby and Andrew Garfield. They're flipping around the living room. They're destroying like little knickknacks around the kitchen as well. It's like, man, they didn't have to put this in. A different way of editing this would have made it so boring and made you think like, really, do we need to go through this? But no, it was so cute the way that they tested each other. Yeah.
Yes. God. And you know, I'm actually like, I'm happy too that like, because that for me, that scene was kind of like the point meme a little bit.
Yeah.
It was like,
yeah. Well, they did have the actual point meme
yeah,
too.
Right. They did.
Peter?
So that was
Peter.
Yeah, which Peter? Peter, Miss Peter.
Peter Parker. Well, that doesn't help. No, we're all Peter Parker.
Oh God, man. But yeah, dude, it's just and overall too, I loved kind of going back to what you were saying earlier about the darkness thing. I actually really liked seeing that side of Tom Holland's character or Peter Parker. And at the end where he didn't want to stop, and you could feel it, man. Like that was such a powerful scene of him just like not wanting to stop. Like he wanted to kill him, like a kid, you know, like just with this walking down that path. Damn,
heavy.
That it was so powerful, man. And then you had Toby to be the one to stop him. I think that was just so poetic. It was just amazing.
Okay, was that a fake out for you? I thought he was dead. I thought Toby got stabbed.
Oh,
and
dude,
died.
yeah, I thought he was dead too. But I mean, obviously, I like his comment. Like I've had worse, which she's had, right? Like, God. Dude, like
we've seen you so bloody, Toby. We get it. Okay.
Yeah, like we do, but like you know, I thought there was like Green Goblin tech that he's like, nah, not this time, Spider-Man. Like I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna get you hurt. So, but no, I was like, oh, thank God he's good. I know. I was like, man, I already kind of lost it at Aunt May. Don't let me go through this again, okay?
Right?
Like, come on, man. God, and yeah, dude, it's just it was a ride, man.
It's such a good.
It
ride,
was a great, amazing ride.
Oh, man. A ride I would take again the moment it's released on Blu-ray and home video.
Amen. Yeah, and we can't discredit the Doctor Strange and Spider-Man fight too. That was pretty sick. Like, man,
I think every Doctor Strange fight is just so visually amazing. That word again. It's
yeah.
That whole fight. I think we can pull that up. Hold on, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and while you pull that up, I can kind of get to answer DJ's question in the chat, or not question, but comment rather, saying when the small wormholes are opening, you can see the semi-outline of all the Spider-Man's enemies in the comics. I don't know if you guys saw that. Yes, I definitely didn't catch it. The first time I watched it, it was so hard to see them. And I was able to see them better. Like, obviously, the second and third time I watched, I was like, okay, I know where to look now. Like, let me just stare. And you get, like, you know, at least what seems like Scorpion, Rhino, Kraven.
Kraven was actually a nice touch.
Yeah, but honestly, too, I'm also, I guess I could ask you the question, too, because from what I've been seeing, the actor who played Quicksilver is supposed to be Kraven. So I'm curious how
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
So I'm curious how they're gonna work that into the MCU, because obviously it's the same actor, Mike. But I don't know.
I think he'll likely be in the Sonyverse more than.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So if they're gonna put him in the Sonyverse, that makes sense. But yeah, that was very cool. I'm hoping. I was actually kind of hoping to see a little. Maybe a Kang in the corner, but no, I didn't. But no, but yeah, I love the little Easter eggs. Would love to see, you know, a Miles Morales Spider-Man. It was hinted at by Jamie Foxx, and
that was so nice. That was
yeah. I mean, it was mentioned in I can't remember which Spider-Man movie too. With Jesus, I don't even know. They mentioned Miles in one of the Spider-Man movie. I can't remember which one it was.
It was the first one where Donald Glover was calling.
Yes, Donald Glover.
Miles.
Thank you.
Yeah, because he's Uncle. Gosh dang it! I'm blanking on all the names.
The Spider-Verse. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's the uncle there. Yeah. I can't think of the name either. That's what I was trying to say. The name too.
Panther? No, not Panther. Gosh dang it! He had the Black Panther claws, but yeah. So. Yeah, I love Jamie Foxx's line. Like you said, it was so funny and relatable. Like, you know, you're a guy who's fighting bad guys in Queens or something like that, like in New York. Like, I just expected you to be black. I was so
I just expected you to be black. That was so funny.
It was like, now that you think that, when you put it that way, it's like, yeah, you know. And he does it in a way that isn't racially charged in that sense.
No, right?
It makes it like, huh. You know, You know
that
what?
does make sense. Yeah,
like it would. You would think it's like a Spider-Man would be a minority because he cares so much about people. You know,
Yeah,
he
right,
has that
right.
perspective of, you know,
the neighborhood part, right?
Yeah,
I think that's the big thing too. It's not like the bigger superheroes who are more global or bigger threats, where Spider-Man just likes to be helping people out. You know,
it's like, you are white and a male. Why do you not have white privilege? Like that's kind of like what's going through his head, right? Like,
right.
why aren't you just saving rich people?
Right. And you know, and then everyone knew, Jamie, you ain't wrong, buddy, because it might happen sooner or later. I hope. Praying that it does happen.
I'm ready for that movie, Derek. I'm ready for that movie.
Yes, dude. I can't. I would be so on board for that too. Dude, just Spider-Man in general, and I think I've made this comment before. I could be wrong, but I know, or at least somewhat know, that Spider-Man is a bit, I feel like, even on the money side, higher than Iron Man. I would safely say in comics. Maybe.
Well,
I feel like it's been a bigger franchise for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least popularity's sake, I feel like, I don't know. I've always felt like growing up, it's always been Spider-Man, Batman, right? Like,
Iron Man was only really a thing because of Robert Downey Jr. and Jon Favreau's
That's
movie.
exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see Tom Holland and how well Spider-Man's doing, just to add on top of how great this movie was. And I was a little sad because I knew this was the last movie of Tom's contract, but in recent interviews I've seen that they're gonna do more, so I was like, yes,
yes,
Tom,
it was nice.
More Tom, please. It's great.
It was a relief because they
it
finally built up all of this, and we can move past the, you know, people always calling him Iron Man Jr. and all that. Like, now we get to see more because we've always wanted more, you know. When Tobey's movies, when he got the trilogy, we thought, okay, there'd be more after the Venom. You know, we'd get Carnage maybe because we were kids, and you know there was no sign of it slowing down. Andrew Garfield's looked like, you know, despite the critical failure of it, it looked like it was going to get more, and then the Disney buyout happened.
Right.
And then, like, it was up in the air whether there was going to be more Spider-Man because of how good the MCU was doing and how bad the Amazing Spider-Man films were doing. So, real quick, I still want to show the Doctor Strange fight because it's so amazing. I just want to show clips of it. Doctor Strange fights are always so stunning visually, and this was this was no exception.
Never forget the first scene you see of him in his movie when he gets like brought into the world by the Elder One, right? Like,
the Ancient One,
the Ancient One. Sorry, everything was just like, whoa. Like, what am I taking right now? Like, what's going on?
Him zooming through different astral planes and all that.
Yeah, dude, it was great. And that fight, man, like, science versus magic. It was like perfect, dude. Like, I love that line. You know what's better than magic? Math. And I'm like, okay, Spider-Man, okay.
He calls out what mathematical theorem it is, and I'm just like, okay, this is some nerdy ass.
Yeah, dude, you lost me at math. Like, what? It's like,
it's brilliant.
Some circle and triangle and just like.
It's amazing because they establish how smart this Peter is, you know. But it's also like, seriously, magic is just science. Are you kidding me?
Magic is just science. It's just like, you know,
it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
It's good. It's like a learning point for Doctor Strange too, right? Like,
yeah.
Don't underestimate a kid. Don't underestimate anybody.
Oh my God, and I think we've unconsciously downplayed the role of Doctor Strange here because he does tie everything together, and he acts as not a mentor to Peter, but a senior figure that in the end is very sympathetic because Doctor Strange understands Peter's sort of, quote unquote, last wish. You know, he is telling him, we won't know who you are. You won't have backup anymore. We'll know Spider-Man, but it's not going to be the same. We won't have your back in the same way. You know, all the Avengers won't know who you are. This is going to change your world. And that was the biggest point of the movie where Peter's like, yes, of course. This is I think what I messaged you, Derek, that point of the movie defines this Spider-Man.
Right,
Because
dude. Yes.
Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, yes, okay, you guys are great, you guys are amazing, but this is the biggest and most Peter Parker sacrifice, the most Spider-Man sacrifice ever. And that is the crux of this character from the comics, from the 90s TV show and everything, is this dude will sacrifice whatever he has to for the betterment of other people, even if it's at the cost of his own well-being. And it shows that now he is completely alone. We get the after spell scenes, and it crushes you that he is no Tony, no Aunt May, no friends at the time when he needs them the most, right? He is alone in this world in the time when he's hurting the most, and it is soul crushing, and that is the most Spider-Man thing ever. And that, I think, if you're gonna make a case for this being better than Endgame, it's the sacrifice that had to be made on a personal level, because, you know, all right, Tony had a lot to lose, and, you know, he sacrificed a lot as well, but this is the most relatable it's ever been, where you feel the loneliness that Peter is about to go through, right? Like, this isn't about a fictional war that can be ended by making the sacrifice play, as Cap would put it. This is a real, tangible feeling of no one will know you. It's like moving up to a different country where you don't speak the language, or you don't have family or friends. You're starting over, and that is so relatable in the way that they portray Peter's ending. And not only does it crush you, it makes you want more, which is the stupidest thing I have ever thought of. Like, how did they hurt me this bad, and then I want more?
Yeah, it makes sense, dude. And I like what you said with how he has like nobody, right? And you see in the movie, he's like, okay, but I still have MJ. I'm gonna go find her after this. And the sacrifice and will he took to say, I can't, like, I'm not going to, because I know, just seeing that little mark on her really just reminded him of how dangerous of a position she can be put in. And he decided, no, I'm gonna take this all myself. It was powerful. Yeah, indeed. I mean, obviously, it was sad, to see people like not really noticing him. And I won't lie to you, at first I was like, wait, are Ned and MJ like together? And I was like, no, please. And
I was thinking the same thing, and I was like, if you do this to me, Kevin Feige, I will never.
I know. Kevin,
not the right time to kick Peter when he's down.
I know, dude. That would have just like sprung him into something else.
Spiral.
But yeah, dude, like, and I think that's a good thing, and that's why Doctor Strange was such a good a hero to be in here. I think because I think no matter how you think about it, you're always going to see Doctor Strange as the bigger hero, like just because of the I don't know if it's maybe him to do with age, or just the scope of what he's done versus Spider-Man, right? So just obviously seeing this and how someone like Spider-Man can literally change Doctor Strange's mind was very important. I feel like for future films too. And I guess that kind of goes on to the what we got a sneak peek at for the after trailers of the future movie, which I'm excited to see too. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see that as well. I want to go into here. I love seeing chat theories and everyone's theories. So DJ says, I have a theory. The only reason Doctor Strange agreed to the erasure spell in the beginning, because he knows what it is like to lose everything and everyone for being away 5 years. His wife remarried and he lost Majestat. Yeah. And he feels for Peter, so he is hesitant, but doesn't want Spider-Man to grow up hated and exiled, and knows that at a young age he could eventually make and he's taking on the role. I totally agree. And dude, I know DJ, I think you've seen What If too. I think that his episode in What If also correlates to he knows he's tried, and he knows that no matter what, it's not gonna work. Like, you have to like find a way, I guess. And Peter kind of did. But yeah.
That's a great point. I think it's more than a theory now that you mentioned. I think it is a point. of why they had Doctor Strange there, and why he was so willing to just end the existence of these villains, so to speak, for Peter, right? For him, there's no winning if you take the heroic route.
Yeah.
And he wants to be the bad guy. Like, he wants to be the bad cop for Peter so that Peter can continue to live a good life because he knows what it's like, right? That's a really great point. And he's willing to be the bad guy. He's willing to be the one that Peter's like, man, that guy really, like, he really made the wrong decision and killed these people. And Peter wouldn't understand that at first because he's young. He's a kid.
Right.
Doctor Strange was willing to step into that, like DJ said, parental role of
Right.
I know what's best for you, and I think along the way they both learned from each other, which is super cool, and it'll definitely, I'm sure, play a part in how Doctor Strange navigates things moving forward, because we have the multiverse of madness like we saw at the post-credits scene. And it's looking really good. We get the shots that are similar to, like you said, like the what if scenes of other Stranges. I think people were really noticing that on Reddit, where, oh, is this the same Doctor Strange from What If, or is it a different one? It doesn't matter because it all looks so good. It all looks so good. I can't wait. Derek, before we get carried away, and we've spent a lot of time on No Way Home, and I think it'd be nice to do a breakdown video of
man.
Once the Blu-ray comes out of scenes. We still have to do that for Pokemon, for Detective Pikachu, but now at this present time, so that we can actually talk about Book of Boba Fett, I ask you, Derek, on a scale of 1 to 10. Peter variants. How many would you give Spider-Man No Way Home?
Bang. Oh, man. This is tough, man.
I
like how the music was like dun 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 too. Like when I was like, I don't ever give anything a 10, but man, if I had to, a 9.99999, very close, man. Like. I always, like I said, there's always something you can improve no matter what. Mm-hmm. I always feel that way. But, dude, this is, if anything, the closest to a 10 I could ever put something. I really enjoyed the movie. The writing was the story I loved the plot twists with Green Goblin and the Aunt May, and just seeing all this. Dude, it was just, it was everything I would have wanted in a Spider-Man movie. So, and just in a movie in general, honestly, the fact that I kind of relived my childhood through the movie it was just that alone, I think, right? Like, obviously, I think my choice might be tainted because I grew up with Toby, and you could even say Andrew for all that matter, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so yeah, man, that solid 9.99 to the nth degree. But how about you, man? What do you give it?
I forgot if we chat, let us know as we go through these. I don't know I forgot if we do halves. Like, do we do 9.5s? Because this would be a 9.5 for me.
Yeah, 9.5. There we go. I did 9.5.
It's just so good. I think we've said everything we could about what makes this movie so special, and we could go on further. But to just be concise, it does the things that it should do right, which is so hard. It's so difficult to have everything line up the way it should, and then capitalize and execute, right? It's in a film like this, you could miss a lot of opportunities, but they managed to string everything together, from the memes of the Peters pointing at each other to hitting the right story notes of redemption arcs and giving you a look at Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker, who is not in the perfect life, but has managed to work through the difficulties of being Spider-Man with MJ, and showing Tom Holland Peter Parker that he can have it all eventually, but then that sets up Tom Holland making the ultimate sacrifice. You know,
Yes.
it gives you the perfect Spider-Man, like you said, origin story throughout 3 movies, and it caps it off so well. And it gives you everything that you could ask for.
Mm-hmm.
And then some. It breaks the mold and remakes things and does everything so well. But like you said, there will always be something in your head that's like, oh, maybe they could have done this, maybe they could have done that.
Yeah.
And you know, perfection is something you strive for, and this has come so close. This has done everything that us mortals can imagine to do, and it's a pleasure to be able to sit back and just watch, you know, and not have to think of what could they have done better. They could have done this better. I love it when movies just answer your questions, and then you know you can just enjoy.
Open more up, right?
Yeah.
Like
because there are those movies that leave us
Yeah.
thinking, like Star Wars' sequel trilogy, where you're like, man, they could have done this, man, they could have done that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I didn't have to think about that through this, and just
exactly.
enjoyed every second of it.
Yes.
Exactly. And that's the same feeling I got from Endgame. Endgame was different, where I just felt a rush of so many emotions that I couldn't comprehend, which is also, wow, like how do you do that, right? How do you do that with a story? So, because I will compare it to Endgame, and I do ask you, Derek, would you put this above, on the same level, or below, right below Endgame? Like, I want to get your thoughts on that as we wait for chat.
Yeah, I'll say slightly below.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's Endgame level just because of the scope of Endgame and how much history was behind it, like through the MCU.
Yeah.
That literally was like the ending point of that whole era, dude. So it was, the scale was a lot bigger. Don't get me wrong. The Spider-Man was good, and great, amazing. But yeah, and I kind of agree with what DJ kind of mentioned in chat too. I'm more excited to how this is going to open up other stuff for other movies coming down the phase even more. This phase even more, you know. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot more Spider-Man movies. I'm happy. Let's keep them coming.
Yes.
Please. I want, because you know, honestly, how good this movie was, that just makes me think they were thinking on their side, okay, we got to keep it going up. We got to keep this momentum, and that's what I'm really excited for.
Yeah. The chat has weighed in, Derek. DJ says 8.5 out of 10 Spider-Man.
I like it. I respect it.
Enders. Oh wait, where's Enders? Did Enders give?
I don't think so. No, he was just saying, just say it's a 10 and reset your scale when something tops it. I do like that though. I do like that.
It's doable. It's doable. No, but I think if we were I think we gave Endgame a 10, and I think Endgame would be a deserved 10. If
Endgame's a good scale. Yeah, Endgame's
Oh my gosh, it keeps.
Let me snap you back. Did it work? Damn, imagine that would have been so sick if it worked.
Nah,
sorry.
We'll work
kind
on
of,
that.
yeah, a little bit.
We'll work on that. Fantastic. This just so good.
Yeah,
I don't think there's anything else that we need
chat,
to.
just keep letting us know, guys. We love hearing everyone's opinions stuff, and like Carol's focus. Let's shift focus to our other topic today.
Okay, I got a song for this too. Where is that?
I can't even do this fucking thing.
I got it. Hold on. Oh, from the streets of New York to the sands of Tatooine, Sensei. Now, we talk the book of Boba Fett. Man, talk about things that give you fan service.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. This is just fan service week here on Quit Stalling.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So as a whole, also chat, we are going to be talking about Boba Fett. If you guys haven't finished the whole thing or don't want to know any spoilers, this will be thy warning to tune away now, as we are going to be summarizing the whole season as a whole and talking about it. So yes, with that being said, we're talking about Boba in 3, 2, 1. Bam! I think it was amazing. I mean, not as good as Mando, of course.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not. But very, very good. I My favorite thing was they actually, and you know me, I love Star Wars so much, and seeing characters brought from old stuff in, it gets me excited, man. Like seeing Chrysanthemum, like he is in comics and he was a beast, man.
Oh my gosh.
Like this guy, like has fought Chewbacca, like literally, and has been in comics with Vader, and to see him in live action was insane. And I feel like a lot of this series, why I liked it was just all these little Star Wars things they were kind of pulling out and putting in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you get to see a little bit of Boba, which is nice. And I think, which is good too, because I feel like Boba you can really go anywhere with, just because as a original character from the original series, and him dying in the Sarlacc pits, you have a lot of leeway with where you can take a story, which is cool. And I feel like they did a great job here in the series.
Yeah. So, speaking of the things they did well, I love the fact that they really made Fennec Shand such a badass.
Dude, yeah. Literally brought out her inner Mulan here, like for sure.
Dude, Ming-Na Wen, man, like, and her stunt doubles and all that, just like,
yeah,
it works. It works really well, and I think Boba ended up being, like the whole show ended up being an ensemble movie, more than anything. Which I know people were expecting a lot of Boba, which we got.
Right.
I don't think people were expecting to focus so much on the side characters, but for me, it was great to see, not just Din Djarin and, not just Luke and Grogu again, which was, again, guys, spoilers. Why are you still here if you hate spoilers? But it was great to see that in a world or in a galaxy of Star Wars where sometimes it can feel really small with all these same cameos, which it did in some parts. It still feels wide when you get an appearance from freaking Cad Bane. You get someone obscure like Black Chrysanthemum, and now everyone knows how to pronounce his name. You get the Hutts, who were like
his name. Yeah, I always thought it was Kirsten, to be honest with you.
Right?
Like in the comics, I was like, oh, it's Kirsten.
Yeah, Kristen Stewart.
Yeah. That's perfect, dude.
Black Kristen Stewart. And then you have like all these random characters, like the what do they call, like the street kids that they had, the toaster motorcycle gang from the 50s.
Yeah, I called them the Boba millennials. That's what I called them.
Yes.
Like, it was kind of like, yes, I loved it.
Like, they weren't the greatest, but
yeah, I see a lot of the memes now too, especially with the last episode and the spin shot.
Yeah, like
I try to give it grace. I try to go back to maybe there was a bullet that or a beam that went. No, it didn't. Like there's no, there really wasn't. But
bless you.
I digress.
Bless you for trying.
I tried. I'm like, maybe I'm just being over like analytic. Maybe like no, he just did it. But yeah, I'm glad you also brought up the fact about Boba and the side characters, because I feel like I've seen a lot of comments. Respectfully understand that people are saying like, oh, Mando kind of saved the show, and I of course tend to disagree a little more. I was pretty interested in the Boba line. I will mention, of course, it's a little draggy, sure, a lot of story based, but honestly, I still enjoyed it because just knowing more about Boba, why not? I want to know more about him.
I'm glad they filled in the gap.
Right. Perfect way to say it.
Yeah, we found out how he got out of the Sarlacc pit, which is one of the biggest what
questions,
ifs,
right?
and questions of the Star Wars galaxy and universe is, how the hell did Boba get out of the Sarlacc pit? And 90% of it was just because he's a badass. Because you saw full armor of stormtrooper, full set of stormtrooper armor there. And a bunch of random things, and when he got out, his face was all messed up and melted, and from the acid. His armor barely made it out as well. You know, so it was cool. And
it was
all those flashbacks to Kamino's waters, and you know, you get a lot of stuff that didn't need to be said, but was told pretty well. He was mad about, he was taken in by Tusken Raiders, so that's how he got the stick and all that.
The Tusken Raider arc was pretty interesting, just to see. You get a little bit more of lore with Tusken Raiders too. Yeah, so that was really nice.
It was cool to see that not all Tusken tribes are the same, right? Like, these guys.
Right. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah. These guys have apparently a willingness to train an outsider, you know?
Yeah.
And I part of me thought we were going to see some Tuskens in the final episode, like other Tuskens.
No, right. I thought the same thing. Like, maybe they're going to come and help out.
Because they established that there are a lot of different tribes in the Dune Sea, right? So that was really interesting. But yeah, I think the Book of Boba Fett and its strengths, just for me personally, and I want to get you what you like the most about it, but the strength for me was not just the fact that they were able to show Boba as a badass like everyone was hoping they would. They were able to show that it was Cad Bane's line, I think, that what really delivered it for me, Derek, was, "You're getting soft in your old age," and Boba said, "We all do," and that's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Like, aren't we all? Yeah, exactly. It's
like,
true, man.
Yeah, this dude who has been through the galaxy and back, he's done the whole bounty hunting thing. It's made him a living and all that. He's worked for an empire and he didn't like it. You know, it makes sense that he's kind of almost in retirement mode.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, and I feel like it just goes with everybody in the Star Wars series. Darth Vader, you could say he got soft. He saved Luke.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's true.
You know, everyone, if you think about it, you can probably try to find a little bit of something where they find a soft spot. Yeah. For things. So
Luke went from the overly ambitious to being buried by the weight of his own greatness, and his way of going soft was he isolated himself, kind of like Yoda, because that was what he saw. Was like, oh, you know, when you give up, you run away.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. There is like a thread that you could pull there and kind of see. I think that was, for me, that was the strength of the Book of Boba Fett, was showing us that this is Boba at the end of his well, not the end, but near the end of his
prime
lifespan.
Type. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
He's done fighting to stay alive. This is fighting to build something. So
a home.
Yeah.
And
the older I get, the more I start to understand that feeling. You know.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, man. I totally agree.
So for you, Derek, cool. what was the big thing for whether it's one episode or throughout the series? Why did I say like a series? Whether it was a highlight in one episode or maybe an overarching theme that you really enjoyed.
Okay.
What did you like about the Book of Boba Fett? What's one thing?
Yeah, I think the theme that I really enjoyed was kind of going off what you said, was seeing Boba just kind of really wanting to make like a, I don't want to say domain, but more like a home, I guess. Yeah, he just kind of, you know, of course he wants to be a ruler. He wants to take over the, almost like the Fets. He wants to take over the Hutt's territory, and you kind of see him conflict, but genuinely, he just wants to make Tatooine a better place. He just wants to stay there, make it better, and I respect it. And he's willing to do it like through force if he needs to, which I respect and I like. So I love that theme. It definitely highlights was, man, the Rancor. Like, obviously, that was amazing. You're never going to see enough of the Rancor. We got a little snippet in Clone Wars. In Bad Batch. We got a little bit of, like, a baby Rancor. So I was, like, kind of hoping, I would really love to see a Rancor again in another series, and we see it here. But this was...
We got to see it out in the wild.
Was this, like... Right? This was, like... Was that already full grown, or is this still kind of like a baby?
It's huge though, right? It's huge.
It was big.
Yeah.
But I remember when you keep saying Machete, the guy who played because he played him, right? The guy who brought on the Rancor. Yeah. Who brought on the Rancor. I thought he said he was like a baby, but maybe I missed it. But anyways,
you might not be wrong.
Yeah, that was really cool. And of course, seeing the side characters, seeing Ahsoka again, Luke with the Jesus, man, that deepfake technology is insane, dude.
Even they're doing it with the voice now too, which is so creepy.
Yeah,
it's so creepy,
dude. It's wild. Like Jesus, they can, And I've heard different people. Like, I'm not trying to like say anything, but like on my my TV, which is 4K, I don't know if it's meant more for that, but dude, I could barely tell. Wow. Like it was insane. It was really. I feel like they did it better than they did the last episode of Mando.
They did, because they hired a guy who did it on YouTube for fun, and then
I've seen like Tom Cruise ones like on TikTok, and it's like him eating cereal, which is a normal dude. I'm like, how do people like? It's scary, but it's also cool.
Yeah.
Right? It works both ways. But yeah, very cool, man. And you got a little bit of everything. I feel like, I guess the thing that surprised me the most is I got more than what I thought I was going to get.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're just going to get Boba. Maybe we'll get Mando in here, but got a lot more stuff than I would have thought I did, which I enjoyed. But how about you, man? What was like top picks for you, or just like great things you loved about the show?
Aside from what we just talked about, I think it was not just nods, but the use of the galaxy. We got gadgets like this one, that look like the training droid. We got a bigger look at the rest of Jabba's palace. We got them hot rodding the Naboo starfighter.
That was pretty crazy.
They're not just playing in the universe; they're expanding it in a way that doesn't feel unnatural. Which, unfortunately, some of the sequels sort of, some scenes sort of felt weird, right? Like the Canto Bite, like, oh, they have horses. That's okay. You know, like this was an expansion of the universe. It's like the toaster motorcycles aside. Still, it felt in universe. It felt new. Sorry.
No, it's so good. That's like the perfect way to say it, dude. Toaster cycles. There it is.
It's just funny. We got the familiar stuff. Like, oh, how did Boba end up looking for Fennec, and how did they for some reason he was under the impression that the Sarlacc still had his armor because he was passed out half the time the Jawas were robbing him blind. All this stuff. We got more Trandoshans, and the lore of they make Wookiee pelts out of their hunted Wookiees, and Kersan is not happy about that. All of that stuff that they were able to bring out of stuff that used to be not canon, or just in the legends and just in stories that we read in the books. Mm-hmm. They were able to bring that to the screen. And just like how The Mandalorian does it, it feels like it's canon. It feels natural. Like, Luke would would try to rebuild the Jedi Order. Unfortunately, we know how that ends, where he tries to recapture, quote unquote, the magic of the Jedi Order instead of branch out. Something that we've discussed before, Derek, where I guess I could speak for the both of us. We were hoping that Luke would evolve the Jedi into something that's more enlightened, instead of trying to just rebuild the Order. But the fact that we could say that because we see these scenes spells it out better than the movies did, which they should have, right?
Yes.
So
I totally agree.
I think all of that, in short, they built on the lore, and that's really what I loved about the Book of Boba Fett, is they continue to do this.
Yes. Yeah. Amen, dude. Yeah. And I honestly, before I go into the chat, or before I go on to what I was gonna say, I'll go into the chat first. DJ says Mando versus Boba in a 1v1, though. I think Mando still wins every day. He seems more level-headed. I can agree with that.
And he's spry.
Yeah, he seems to have a better.
He's young.
Yeah, he's younger. He's agile. Yeah, for sure, man. I totally agree. Dur says if Boba is a prototype clone trooper, and clones became the first stormtroopers, I have a lot of questions about Boba's exploits, given how he's the first stormtrooper. Well, so here's the thing. So kind of a prototype clone trooper, but he's not, because I remember in the second movie, Django said specifically he wanted a kid that wasn't adjusted like the clones were.
That was his payment. An unaltered clone.
Yeah, an unaltered clone. So he's technically just a normal person, but obviously the same. He's still a clone. He has a voice and everything.
Django.
Right. The machete comment was. Yeah, I know. I'm so bad with actor names sometimes, and I'm just like, I'll say this.
Aren't we all?
DJ does say it's a baby Rancor, not even close to full grown. Yeah, I thought they were a lot bigger too. So that was really cool to see.
Oh, because Starkiller fights like a huge one in Force Unleashed 2.
That's what I'm saying. I know they're really big. And Bevo said, except for the motorcycles, right? Not motorcycles, speeder bikes. Yeah, right. Amazing, dude. Bevo also says, with that cantina getting blown up, bartender from Freetown can take over the spot. Hey, I like that.
Derek,
I like that.
You know, we saw Cobb Vanth. Spoiler: we saw Cobb Vanth in the tank. You know what? I think they used it on Max Rebo before Cobb Vanth got in there. So I think Max Rebo's alive. That's my theory. All right.
Yeah.
I want Max Rebo to still be playing the the jizz. Okay, for those of you who don't know, the jazz music that the Cantina Band and Max Rebo play is called jizz.
Really?
It is. Look it up. J-I-Z-Z.
All right. They put that in there on purpose. They wanted to do a funny, you know?
It's been established for decades. So whoever co-opted the word, you know, I want to have some words with you. All right, because I'm a huge.
I want to talk.
Fan.
Let's talk.
Oh, no.
They got way ahead of themselves.
Derek, I got censored.
You got censored, dude. Yeah. FBI's coming in. Sorry, guys. Sorry. We didn't mean to. Sorry. Oh, the seat? Fix yourself. Yeah, we're good.
You just have to apologize. You just have to apologize.
Yeah, right. Oh, but yeah, yeah. And speaking of music, man, the music score to this series, God, I was telling you about it. Like, I thought, chat. So if you watched the last episode, the song they actually say like Fett, Boba, Fett, and I thought that was the song the whole time. And the other day, I was like, hey, you know what? I kind of want to listen to the theme again. I'm like, wait, they actually don't say it. It's just kind of like hums and just like, and then they eventually, and I love that. And even the music too. They had like when Mando showed up, they had like the slicing of both of their musics together, and I was like, man, this is so cool. Like, dude, and you had the Luke theme from the last episode of Mando play when they had the Grogu episode with Luke. So beautiful, man. Dude, the music, like, composers in just Star Wars in general, Jesus, like,
they find the right guys. And
oh yeah, man, they really do.
So the Boba Fett stuff and a lot of the recent stuff, it's from this guy. Oh, wrong display. There. Nope. There we go. This guy, Ludwig Göransson. So he's done the music for Tenet, most notably for Black Panther, and The Mandalorian. So this dude is brilliant. He's actually worked with someone we both know, Derek, Childish Gambino himself, Donald Glover, who we mentioned earlier on in the Spider-Verse stuff. You know, this guy is brilliant. And there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that you can watch of him talking about his process of making the Mandalorian theme and the Black Panther stuff. So I would really, I'm getting censored again. I would really recommend seeing it because it's cool. He flew for Black Panther. He flew to parts of Africa to record artists there.
That is amazing.
And then if you listen, because he breaks it down, one dude actually literally yells, "Killmonger!" over and over again, and that's what if you listen to the actual song, the final recording, you hear it.
That's crazy. Yeah. Dude, I respect that so much too. That's just going the extra mile for music, dude. And oh man, dude, sound is such a big deal to me. Like, that's why even when I watch in theaters, I gotta have at Dolby. I want to have the best sound I can, and just greatest. Like, dude, I love everything. I mean, honestly, I feel like the sound of Star Wars alone is what makes me love the genre so much. It's hearing those Dude, they even have this thing on Disney Plus where like it's like they have categories like planets, and it's just literally 10 minutes, maybe more, of just different planets, like ships going to planets. It's just like a wallpaper, and then they have sounds of Star Wars, and it's just sounds playing over clips, and then it's like Jedi, then it's like Sith. I'm pretty sure the categories are off, but like I know like planets and sounds are there. Dude, it's amazing.
That sounds great.
Yeah, and I didn't really notice it until like the other day. I was like looking for a release date for Kenobi. I'm like, oh, what is this? I'm like, whoa! It's like I could stay here all day, just like stay on the couch and just see like the planets and the ships.
Yes. Oh
It's
man, speaking
so
of Kenobi, now that you mention it, guys, for those of you who don't know, Kenobi out May 25. We got 2 months. Oh, yeah. No, 3 months. We gotta wait 3 months. Derek, we gotta wait 3 months.
Dude, I know. It's not a long time though. It's not that bad, man. Like, you know, and honestly, there's no movies coming out, huh? No. Hopefully we get. I don't know.
Well, we're getting Moon Knight on March 30th, so that's
true. We do get Moon Knight. That's true.
Yeah. Month and a half.
With BMO saying in chat that Google Max Rebo, a popular jizz wailing musician. There you go, chat. I like how Dur says it's awesome that he goes those extra miles, literally.
Extra miles.
I like that.
I love it. I love
it.
You guys are so clever, I swear.
Yeah, man. It's great. But yeah, man, I'm trying to remember like specific things in the show too that really stood out to me. Other than that, I guess we could kind of talk about. I was really curious and also happy that they didn't go too much into it. Was Grogu's past?
Oh,
we got to see
a
little snippet, and that just like kind of made me like so curious. Like, dang, who was like training Grogu at the time? Who put him here? Why does he not remember? You know, why is it being suppressed? I'm just so curious. And obviously, I'm assuming that will be delved more into in Mando.
Yeah.
But very cool to see that. And I did see this really funny video about when Luke gave him the choice of Grogu to take the chainmail or the lightsaber, and how someone was like, hey, yeah, you think, someone that gives me hugs and affection and food and lets me do whatever I want versus me staying here where I can't get food, I get to relive my past traumas. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mando. I'm just like, I thought that was so funny. Like, that's true though. Like, yeah, why would I not go with my like dad, right? Like,
yeah,
it was pretty cool. But that scene was powerful too, man.
Yeah.
Just like seeing them reunite. Oh, my heart.
Seeing Luke actually train someone is nice.
Dude, yeah. Seeing Grogu actually moving a little bit. I thought that was funny though when he was like talking to him. He's like lifting him up. So like, yeah, I just come over. It's like he's like, nope, you gotta take too long, buddy. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Oh, man.
Just like lifting him up. But
That's hilarious. Cool. No, because it made me realize, man, most of the, like, what sticks out to me about Rey's training is she's mostly doing it alone and Luke's just staring. This is Luke actually imparting wisdom, and it's just like,
yes.
Why did we miss all of this in the sequel trilogy? You know what I mean? Like,
two names.
I'm sorry.
2 names, man.
I'm sorry.
Ryan and Kathleen. That's the reason.
Okay.
2 names that should have been Dave and John.
Dude,
obviously.
Oh, dude, right? Okay, I gotta admit though, Kathleen Kennedy is letting all of this happen. So
that's true.
If it continues, this could be her redemption arc.
I feel like she's kind of like, all right, John and Dave, I'm just gonna let you guys.
Which is a smart move, right? Some people
it is.
Would have the ego and be like, no, what I think, I'm the Feige of this galaxy. You know, but
yeah,
if she's big enough to be like, you guys are doing it. You're doing it great.
Right.
Like, props.
Dude, like both of them together, like, and I think people also tend to forget that Jon Favreau was like the first director of Iron Man, like one of the producers.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
to forget that, dude,
it's like him and Dave Filoni together, dude. That's like a Marvel Universe event in itself in real life. Mm-hmm. Like those two together just do amazing things, man. And they know it's a little fan service and also story, which they've given us in all the series. Like, and it's sad, man. Like these series though, like are so good that it's almost making up for the sequels. Like, you know, it's they're slowly but surely just giving us great content, and I love that there's so many more Star Wars things coming out.
Oh yes,
yeah, dude. I can't even wait
Andor?
for the
Andor coming up?
Andor's coming out, and we have, I think there was a couple more. Wasn't there like a droid series they were supposed to be doing?
I think
don't know if it's supposed to be like
I think it's literally called Droids, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's a lot.
and I guess aside from just the media side, gaming too for Star Wars is probably just gonna get better just because of how hype it is.
And like the studio that did what's the Cal Kestis series called? Fallen Order. They're doing more stuff. Like there's an open world one coming out. So
definitely can't wait. Yeah, dude, I'm just excited for a lot of that stuff to come out, man. I would love to get into it. So they did.
Speaking of Cal Kestis, the BD1. That's a nice little.
Yes, the BD1. That was. He even had the little leg thing.
I think that was a bit much. I thought the leg was a bit much.
Come on, like.
But
that was awesome.
It was so cool.
That was an awesome Easter egg. Yeah. And you know, honestly, it kind of makes me think, like, if they could do a spinoff with that actor, because obviously it was based off an actor, right?
Why
so you don't,
not?
You know, I mean, if they don't continue the story, why not just do a spinoff series with that? Speaking of a spinoff series with a great character, I forget her name, but she's amazing. I love her.
She grew on me so fast.
She's so funny, man. She can do everything, man. Like, she can speak Jawa. That was so funny. When I was like, oh, what? Well, okay, sure.
Did you know she was on SNL?
No way. Was she really?
She was in the batch of what's his name, Norm Macdonald. So before our time.
Oh, okay.
Her name is Amy Sedaris, and you could tell she's clever. You could tell she's funny.
Oh yeah, she's funny. Definitely entertaining. Very funny.
Really good.
I love the little stuff.
Yeah, she helped make those Mando episodes really, really special, and
yeah, get a laugh for sure.
Yeah. Like we get the return of Mr. Kim, the two X-wing pilots. One of them apparently was the stunt double for Luke. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the younger one was the stunt double for Luke. Or actually the body double of Luke when they had to like paste the face on. That was him doing all the.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So it was awesome. Yeah, man. Like, I swear, guys, if you're not too big on what happened in the Book of Boba Fett, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I loved it, Derek. I loved it. Like, it was something that to look forward to every week.
Yeah, no, exactly. I totally agree. It sucks because I at the first like couple weeks I wasn't able to watch it because of things going on, but like, dude, oh my god, it's great, and one of those shows that you just want to watch it at midnight when it comes out.
Yeah.
And I was telling Harold too, guys, off stream, that I was hoping at the end of this we were gonna get you will see Mando on blah blah blah. But
the Mandalorian returns.
Yeah.
But we didn't get that. Yeah.
Sadly, none of that. It's just like, when? Tell us.
Hopefully soon. Hopefully we get the announcement maybe in Andor, like here's
That's
a trailer.
True. Yeah.
Here's a trailer. Like, we'll see. Or maybe
at least we know it's this year, right?
Yeah.
Would suck if it was December, but let's hope not.
Like, we have a lot lined up, right? It's better than nothing. We have Andor, we have Kenobi coming out. The Ahsoka show was in the works, just like Mando season 3. So, it's all good times. Let's go through some trailers real quick, Derek.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's take on some of the more entertaining trailers of recent time. Let me close Boba here and bring up Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight. This was cool. We got our first look, or our first lengthy look at Moon Knight on Disney Plus, and I'm glad they're going this direction. Kevin Feige actually just came out, I think yesterday or earlier today, saying that this is different. We're not holding back with Moon Knight, which I'm thinking might mean we're getting a little bloody here. Maybe we're getting a little more edgy and daredevil.
I like that,
right? He's saying, like, this is different. This is Moon Knight. That was his quote. And we got hints of that, right? In this trailer, that it's a little more unhinged.
Seems darker. Yeah, unhinged is the perfect word. And I'm excited because I don't know too much at all about Moon Knight.
You mean both.
So Yeah, so I'm very excited to see where this, like, hopefully they tell a story well, because it looks interesting. I've known of Moon Knight, like what he looks like, but yeah, nothing about his origin story or anything, what he can do. But from the trailer, it seems like it's like an alter ego type of thing, like something he is not aware of, right?
Yeah,
it seems that
he's got like a bit of a like Jane from the Doom Patrol, where he's got multiple personality disorder. And
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what it's seeming like. So I'm excited to see that too as well. That's gonna be a good show. And Oscar Isaac, obviously great guy, man, and he gets a lot of hate for the Star Wars stuff, but guys gotta remember,
I don't get it. He was so good.
You guys gotta remember, these are just actors, and they do what they can with what they're given, like,
yeah,
you can't blame him. Oscar is a great actor, and I can't wait to see him in here. So I'm very excited for Moon Knight.
March 30,
March 30 too. Yeah, be awesome.
It's close enough that I don't think it'll feel like a drought. So
yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait. I was watching some of our older stuff, and we talk about how excited we are about like stuff that was upcoming, like the Eternals, which we still have to talk about here.
Yes, we definitely have to talk about that.
And seeing how the shows and movies unfolded, based on what we were hoping for.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good stuff. Like we haven't been disappointed recently, so
yeah,
I like it. And in the DC realm, we got a longer look at the upcoming Batman movie, as well as more shots of Black Adam. The initial thought was Black Adam would be a straight up villain because he has a bit of a hero gallery to fight against with Dr. Fate, played by Pierce Brosnan.
Yes, that's
awesome. Adam Smasher, played by I think his name is Noel Centinaro.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Sounds something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, Bolsonaro. He was in those Netflix shows. I'm blanking on this, but I know it.
I may be unfamiliar with the show here.
Wait, what's it called?
But yeah, just anyways, chat on the trailer. If you guys haven't seen it, it's pretty cool. They have like a little bit of snippets from the movies coming up. Obviously, in a couple weeks, actually, we have Batman too. So that's definitely something. They have a little bit of snippets there of The Rock and of Dwayne as Black Adam, and you have the Flash. You have some of those scenes as well. Aquaman even.
We have peeks of Aquaman. Sorry, Noah Centineo from To All the Boys I've Loved Before, which also starred Lara Condor, who played Jubilee in Days of Future Past. But yeah, we got looks at Batman, Aquaman, and Black Adam. Dude, Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate.
I think he's perfect.
I just hope they can get him for multiple films, because this is this looks really good.
Dude, Dr. Fate has like a lot of cool stuff too, like at least from what I've seen in the cartoon series and stuff, man. Like in Young Justice and all the other cartoons, dude. I'd love to see a lot more. I'm just hoping DC please take your time. Tell the story. It's okay,
Look at this speed. Look at this one shot of Dwayne Johnson, Derek.
Put in the work. Put in the hours.
Dude, this
look at him, man.
This is a rap song, right?
I know. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's been trending quite a bit, so it's like
he looks so good here. I like the hood. Does. I like how it all ties in together, and you get some dialogue from Black Adam talking about, oh, this is what my son wanted, and he might not just be a plain old villain, He might have
That's what I'm kind of confused about too, because they're almost making him seem like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Which he could be. I'm not that's another hero I'm not too entirely sure of. I do know he's like the opposite of Shazam though. He's like the counterpart. And it's supposedly bad. I know he has like the lightning and everything, but that's gonna be a good movie though, obviously. Yeah. Can't go wrong with The Rock. And I'm just praying they take notes from what everybody was saying on the Snyder Cut. We all enjoyed, despite how long the movie was or the cut was. The storytelling is there. Like, just take your time, please.
Oh, we got DC, Hawkman too, by the way.
Yes, that was cool to see. That was a beautiful shot. Yeah, that was awesome. That was
really
awesome.
good. There's a lot of good
Yeah.
stuff in here that, it really shows the potential of the DC extended
Yeah.
universe.
DC has great stories. Like I've said, I've always loved DC stories more than Marvel. I like Marvel's characters more, but man, DC stories are just so good. And I'm loving seeing a lot of this come out, but just if they do it right, man, it could just do so well.
Yeah.
And just imagine, right? Like the same hype we have with MCU and the DCU.
Yeah, they could just if they just
dude.
match it, I'd be happy. You
Yeah,
know? Or
dude,
get,
just
like, a
imagine
third
the
of
hype
it.
would be insane. Like,
Yeah.
so here's the hoping.
Oh yeah, and
Here's the
we did
open.
get some shots of the Flash from his upcoming movie, so
Yes.
that's happening
Yes.
as well. So yeah, there's a lot. And then to just round things off, Derek, to move from the DC EU to somewhere a little more current, but also prehistoric, maybe even Jurassic. We got Jurassic World Dominion.
Yes.
They finally released an official trailer. We got some Chris Pratts, but more importantly, we got Laura Dern and Sam Neill, as well as one Jeffrey
Oh my God.
Goldblum in the same trailer, and I love it.
Dude,
there's a lot
unexpected.
of nods.
Unexpected.
There are a lot of nods to the previous movies, and
Yeah.
it's cool to see. They're doing great with all the nostalgia bombing. WB,
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
They are.
Universal as well. Universal who's doing Jurassic Park.
It's almost as if they're taking notes from other movies with nostalgia and bringing
might
people
as well.
back.
Right? Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna take something away from like the MCU or all these other successful movies nowadays, it's
That
just,
shot. Yeah, that's a good one. Man.
right? Like just give the fans what they want.
Dude, they aged really well. I just gotta say,
They did, didn't they?
right?
Oh
It
my
looked
gosh,
great.
that's so true. Jeff Goldblum, like we've seen be ridiculous and hilarious, and like on his recent interviews, and he has a show called The World
Yeah.
According to Jeff Goldblum. But he's
Yeah.
aged well, as well as the rest of the cast. So I want to see what happened to Bryce Dallas Howard's character and Chris Pratt's characters. Did they end up together? Did they not?
I know.
Will they? Won't
And
they?
I'm actually surprised. It's been, geez, how many years has it been since the second one? I'd say at least 5,
That's
right,
true.
or more.
Let's see. Jurassic.
It's been a long time.
It wasn't the best movie though, so
Yeah, like the second one was all right. Like the first one was definitely the better one.
so good.
But I
2015,
feel like the
dude. It's
second
been
was, like,
7 years.
yeah, 7 years. Wow.
What?
Yeah, it's been a long time. But I get it. Well, I guess a lot of the, COVID pushed a lot of things back.
Dude, we
I
were
remember,
still,
like,
we were
watching
still
the
in
movie.
college when the first one came out. That is
Yeah,
how
dude, that's what
long
I'm
it's
saying.
been.
That's how long it's been. It's been a long time. And
What?
I remember just like watching with my mom because she loves the James Bond movies, and we watched it. I was like, damn, I forgot that's still coming out. Like, I remember like 2017 or 18 seeing the trailer for this movie, and
Yeah.
now it's finally out.
Oh, I apologize. 2015 was the first one. 2017 is Fallen Kingdom.
So it was 5 years.
Yeah,
It's been 5 years. Still a long time though.
Still.
That's still a long time.
super long these days. But COVID probably played a huge factor in it.
So now I got to think. We had in the first one, we had an Indominus Rex. Second one, we had Indominus Raptor type thing.
Oh yeah.
So third one,
Yeah.
I'm thinking Indominus Compy, like the little one. It's like, we got to keep
Just
going
get
smaller.
Just get smaller.
Yeah. Indominus Chicken.
I don't doubt that they try and go compact, right? Because that's the deadlier
Yeah,
thing.
I
It's
mean,
like,
And obviously we saw that the second, right? Some of them got away with the formula.
no, yeah.
So there's
Didn't we
there's
see-
that.
Didn't we see like in the trailer? Wasn't there like a little compact thing, like a compact dinosaur? I'm sure. It's
Oh,
somewhere.
was there? Maybe I missed it.
I'm gonna scrub through real quick.
Oh,
But,
minutes ago. Oh, that's funny.
huh. What would? Huh? You're right though. Like I do imagine.
They
Going-
getting smaller. They're just
Yeah.
they're trying to perfect it. You know,
Right.
so
Yeah, there's
We'll
this
see.
scene with the jeans. No, that's still the Raptors though. Huh.
I will say though, it's pretty interesting to see how it seems like the world dropped the ball here.
Oh
with-
yeah,
with the
everyone
dino-
everyone
you know
messed
what I
up.
mean?
Everyone messed up.
Like,
It's like COVID.
how did you not contain this breakout? Like, obviously, yeah, dude. See that?
I love the
but
feathered
see,
ones.
That's what
I love the feathered raptors.
Yeah, the feathered raptors, right? That's always what people say. That's what they've looked like. That's like
These
what they
days,
really
yeah.
look like.
Like
And so
more
it's just
modern
exciting,
science has
man.
led us to believe that.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm just happy to see it. Dinosaurs are cool. I feel like a lot of people can agree. Dinosaurs are just really cool.
100%.
Nice to see like good money in a dinosaur movie in general. So.
Yeah.
Very cool.
No, I wholly believe that the reason why the franchise is so successful is because people just love the idea of dinosaurs and everything. So yeah, I can't wait. They have my money. That's
Yeah, I'll watch it for sure. I love raptors, so we definitely would love to watch more. Hope we see. It looks like we see more Blue, so that's pretty cool.
dude. You're my boy, Blue. Hey,
He's
my
a
girl.
little baby now. He's a
Yeah.
little baby. I love it.
Okay, Derek.
All right.
What an episode.
What an episode, man. Indeed. What indeed.
And dude, I want to shout out Durs and DJ and BMO in the chat. Been so active.
Yes, thank you,
keeping us
guys.
company.
We appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Oh man, it's been a while since we did this. So it's nice to stretch our legs again. I don't think we missed
Yeah.
too much. I don't think I messed up as bad as the last time we took a long break and I was still fumbling through everything. I think we did okay.
It's been a while, yeah. And I was saying that at the beginning of the pre-show that, obviously we catch up, me and you, but it's a lot different on the show. And just finally being able to release all this, like between me and you, man, we've been like I saw it. Like, did you? Yes.
We try not
We'll
to talk about it
soon. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. All right, we gotta wait. Like, All right.
Okay.
So yeah.
Actually, before we end, Derek,
Yeah.
we end, I want to ask you one thing.
Ask away.
Who do you want to see in the Star Wars universe on their own spin-off show that we haven't seen yet?
Question. I love this question, and it's gonna be the same until it comes out for me every time. Darth Maul, 100%. I want to see it so bad, dude. Because just for those who follow the Star Wars stories, him in Clone Wars, him in Rebels, his whole story arc is like so beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
And I just want to see like
Live
some
action.
of that in a live action.
Yeah.
You could even cast Sam what, sorry?
Sam Witwer?
Whitworth, thank you. I almost said Whitman. Sam, would you just cast him? Why not?
Yeah. Or
Just
get
do it.
Ray Park
Like-
while he's still young.
Oh yeah, Ray Park can. Yeah,
Like-
seriously, Ray Park still looks good, man. Put him
Yeah.
in there.
Just
But
dub
dude,
his
I would
voice. Yeah,
love
just
to see Maul.
dub his voice if you have to. But
Yeah,
okay. I got one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you the same thing because obviously I want to hear what yours is too.
Yeah.
Because I think they could do a Sith since Kenobi's coming out. They could go a
Mhm.
different route. So, but yes. How about you, man? I'm curious.
Man, you said Sam Witwer, and that just like
Oh.
it shot through my spine like Force lightning. We need Star Killer right now.
Yeah, Star Killer. That'd be pretty sick too.
When
man.
else would you do it, right? We're still all over the prequel era nostalgia and all that. Everyone still wants to expand that time. Get Star Killer. If we're not gonna get
Dude.
Darth Revan yet, get Star Killer.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Just do it. Just do it. Like,
I would love that too, dude. Anything, yeah, like that. And honestly, yeah, for a spinoff, I feel like right now too, that's the closest I can hope for. Because
Yeah.
I would love to see the old stuff too, like old history of like Sith.
High
and-
Republic is like in
Yeah.
full steam right now.
Yeah, so maybe that's something that can come later
Mhm.
down. But I feel like right now, oh man, I would love to see that, man.
Dude, to see Star Killer fight against Ahsoka before they like do the before they do the whole like, oh, this is who I am, this is my trauma. Like,
Yes.
see them go at it, like, who are you? Like all that's
Dude, yeah, dude, the Ahsoka Darth Maul thing was like so good, and just there's still that period, right? Like of him from then until when he finally fell to Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So like, I want to see that, or like at least snippets, like go back and forth, like of. Oh, I would love it, man.
Just get Sam Witwer. Like whatever,
Yeah,
whenever he
dude.
plays, we like.
I just want to hear another Kenobi.
Oh,
Hey, though, like it's a stretch, but we could see it in Kenobi because it's the same time. It's around there. Like I think he killed him, right? Like when he was protecting Luke, wasn't it around the same?
Oh yeah. Oh, well,
so it's possible.
He was so gray there at that point, though. He was super gray already.
Was he gray? So
yeah.
so it is possible. Oh no, might be. Well, I don't know. It's a stretch.
We'll see.
Be nice.
Be nice to see a Maul versus Vader.
Yeah, that would be cool too. Dude, I would even love a Vader spinoff, but I know we're gonna get some of it in Kenobi. Dude, like I've told you about it. Vader Down, that comic book series. If they just did a series on that, dude, of him just like it's like the in betweens of Luke and Vader between the movies. It's so good, man. Yeah. It's so good. It's great.
Yeah, we could go on for hours about what we'd like to see.
Yeah, dude, seriously, right?
So much. Now that
it's Star Wars, we can talk about this forever.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. And I'm glad more of the grasshoppers are finding their way over to the Quetzalcoatl Geekcast, like Ender's Gaming 14. You know,
hey!
I'm gonna butcher this. Arganizmer, Jessica Castro, Shell Kane, Lee's the Potato, Pat. There's a lot of P's. Pat, Baboosh Cat, Real Dane de la Cruz, Matunosita, and Haas 00312, Septuple, Pentuple _. And of course, all our subscribers, our gifters. Shout out to Francishu, Bimo, Human Panda. You guys are amazing. And everyone else, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and
appreciate it,
keeping us going. You know, we just love hanging out with everyone and love hanging out with each other. You know.
Yes. And thank you guys in chat, obviously, for chatting and give us your theories and stuff.
Yes.
Dur says Darth Maul should have not have survived. Episode 1 changed my mind. I will say, watch Clone Wars and it will change your mind for you.
Oh,
I promise.
Yeah.
I promise. If you watch all of it, it will definitely change your mind.
Ooh, Derek,
for sure.
Super quick sidebar.
Yeah.
I'm censored again. Do super quick sidebar. The father, the daughter, and the son from the Clone Wars, the Super Force people, like the light, dark, and the Force users. You remember those guys? Or
from which one? Sorry.
From the Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, like the I don't want to say like the originals, but like the
epitome of the Force people.
Yeah, like
those guys?
Yeah, like kind of how the owl.
Yeah.
Was like the embodiment. Yeah, right.
Like those guys, like I'd want, like, not that I'd want a full series on them because I think that'd be boring, but like see their impact elsewhere, maybe, you know. Like,
yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I think it just goes back to getting a history of just like that in an episode would be good for like a lot of people too, man. I think it'd be very awesome.
Yeah, get them into the mainstream, kind of like how people, like, we got Boba in the mainstream now. And Ahsoka in the mainstream. So
yeah, dude, it's Ahsoka. Right.
Yeah, I think that's it, man. Let's wrap up. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Thank you, guys.
Us. Derek.
Yes.
Would you like to tell everyone at home where they could catch you outside of the Quetzalcoatl Geekcast?
You guys can always catch me right here at Sense of Humor. I do stream Monday to Fridays for the most part. Stuff's been coming up lately, but you guys catch me there. Maybe me and Harold will have a stream soon with some Overwatch. I would love to do that. Definitely you guys can catch me there. Obviously, I have my Instagram as well, and YouTube, which is at Sense of Humor, and my Twitter, which is Sense of Humor with an _. But of course, there ain't only one host on the show. We got Harold too. Where can they find you, sexy beast?
Y'all can catch me at Harold Plays on Twitter and on Instagram, and here on twitch.tv/quitstalling. Gonna try and put out more VODs as well. I'm trying to figure out how to do a review on all this good new gear that I got. Just some fun stuff. Playing around with VFX and stuff for the intros and all that stuff. I'll do breakdowns as well here on the channel. So yeah, check it out. And of course, you can find more Quitstalling on Instagram and YouTube and Twitch as well at Quitstalling. So check us out there. Leave us a follow, subscribe. Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/QuitstallingUs, or on Twitter at QuitstallingUs. And Game Bite should be coming back real soon. We're working on that. So stay tuned, everyone. More content coming your way. Hopefully, if we could pull stuff together, socials, keep your eyes open as well.
Yes, guys, for sure. lot of cool stuff in the works. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's right. But for now, we gotta say goodbye. Sensei, why don't you take us away?
All right, guys. Thank you all for hanging out with us again, talking about Boba Fett, talking about Spider-Man. We'll be back. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, get off your butts and just say, I love you guys.
This is the way!
The way!
All right. That's
All
fun, brother. Oh, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
That felt great, man.
It did.
Thank you for putting up with all the technical difficulties.
Dude, yeah, no worries, man. I totally get it.
I think it looked great.
I totally get it.
I think it ended up looking pretty good.
Dude, yeah, I think we did. I think we nailed it. Nipped it in the bud.
Oh, yeah.
I think we did great.
Yeah, so now it's we just gotta make sure this keeps looking good. Oh, look at you, elevator going up. All right.
Gotta stand up a little bit and stretch.
Oh man. Yeah,
yes,
yeah. And there's
the testicle difficulties.
Yeah, we needed to make sure all the microphones and the new cameras were all set up and all that stuff. So we were just But look at this. Look at this.
The sensor, yeah, the censoring.
They can't contain me. They can't contain me.
I like that. I like that little something back there. That little Mandalorian thing.
Oh, I forgot to mention. We're still giving this away. I'm still trying to figure out what a good way is. So yeah,
the headphones holder for those who don't know.
So ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to win this headphone holder, let me put it back on. Fits different types of headphones. Stay tuned to Instagram.com/quitstalling or @quitstalling. We'll be giving these away. So
DJ, I hope DJ, you got your stuff okay. Yeah, I think you did.
Did you win your?
If you're still here, let us know. If not, I can ask you tomorrow or something. But hopefully,
fits multiple types of headphones.
Yes, sir. He said yes. Nice.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Don't forget to tag us, D. Just if you're gonna post it.
Already using it for coins. Nice.
Oh,
yeah, can you just send us a picture of you using it, preferably with a shirt off? Just send it a picture of us.
Oh no, preferably with a shirt off. We're not holding
preferably.
back.
Yeah.
At Quitstalling, Harold plays at Sensei Humor on Instagram. Just tag us. Twitter.
Yeah. Maybe
tweet out.
Maybe a finger in the mouth.
No. Oh, why aren't you getting censored? I'm the one that keeps getting censored from all this stuff.
I know. You're getting censored.
Oh.
That was bad. That was a reach.
No, it's good enough. I love it. All right, guys.
I don't know why it's being booty.
Yeah, we're going to end this stream now. I'm going to get some food. Sensei's going to get some... I was thinking bright
pink skin.
Yes.
Please. No, it can't be any other way. This is the way.
Yes.
This is the way.
Oh yeah, the autofocus. Yeah, it's the lens. I think it's an old Canon EOS 760D.
Yes.
So yeah, we're experimenting with all the good stuff that we have lying around. So
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just having fun here, and yeah, this hopefully the mic turns out well. I can't wait to listen to the recording.
Yes.
Is this making sound, Derek? Can you? No. Okay.
Oh wait, do it again. Very, very, very faint, but I can barely hear it.
I'm just figuring out what makes
it sounds
sound,
like. Dude, it's not even.
Okay.
Nope. You can probably hear this.
Sounds like you're rubbing it against yourself.
No. You can hear that.
Oh, that yeah.
I need one of the shock absorber things too. I need that. Well, eventually I'll make the investment.
You might want to get a.
Sure, I want it so bad.
SM7B, like all the pro streamers get.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Ooh,
I heard that. Yeah, it sounds
pressure
really
on
low.
the
Yeah,
ears.
really low.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
this? Can you hear this right now? Yes, I can. All right, guys.
All right, guys.
We're ending the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch
We
you
love
guys
you
next
guys.